15 accidental inventions that changed the world forever. In the fascinating world of science and invention, not every groundbreaking discovery comes from deliberate planning or meticulous experimentation. Often, some of the most impactful innovations are the result of happy accidents, where an unexpected observation or unintended consequence leads to something extraordinary. These accidental discoveries remind us that progress is not always linear, and that curiosity and open-mindedness can transform mistakes into milestones. From medicine to everyday conveniences, accidental innovations have played a significant role in shaping our modern world. Penicillin, the accidental birth of antibiotics. In 1928, Alexander Fleming was conducting experiments on Staphylococcus bacteria in his London laboratory. Returning from a vacation, he noticed that one of his petri dishes, which he had carelessly left exposed, was contaminated with mold. However, instead of discarding the contaminated sample, Fleming observed something unusual. The mold seemed to kill the surrounding bacteria. This mold, later identified as Penicillium notatum, produced a substance that inhibited bacterial growth. Fleming's accidental observation laid the foundation for the development of antibiotics, which would revolutionize medicine. Although Fleming himself was unable to fully harness penicillin's potential, subsequent work by scientists Howard Florey, Ernst Boris Chain, and Norman Heatley during World War II turned it into the first mass-produced antibiotic. Penicillin saved countless lives, curing infections that were once fatal, and marked the beginning of the antibiotic era, transforming healthcare forever. Microwave oven, a melting candy bar, sparks a revolution. In 1945, Percy Spencer, an engineer working for the Raytheon Corporation, was experimenting with radar technology. While testing a magnetron, a crucial component of radar systems, he noticed something peculiar. A candy bar in his pocket had melted. Intrigued by this phenomenon, Spencer conducted further experiments, placing popcorn kernels and then an egg near the magnetron. The kernels popped, and the egg exploded, confirming that microwave radiation could generate heat. Realizing the potential of this discovery, Spencer designed a metal box that could harness microwave energy to cook food safely and efficiently. By 1947, Raytheon released the first commercial microwave oven, revolutionizing kitchens around the world. Although early models were bulky and expensive, technological advancements made them affordable and accessible, fundamentally changing how we prepare and consume food. Postit Notes, from failed adhesive to everyday staple. In the 1960s, Spencer Silver, a chemist at 3M, was attempting to develop a super strong adhesive. Instead, he accidentally created an adhesive that was surprisingly weak, capable of sticking lightly to surfaces without leaving residue. Silver recognized its potential, but struggled to find a practical application for his invention. The breakthrough came years later when Arthur Fry, a colleague at 3M, found a use for Silver's adhesive, while frustrated with his bookmarks falling out of his hymnal during choir practice. Fry realized that Silver's adhesive could create reusable sticky notes, perfect for temporarily attaching papers or marking pages. In 1980, 3M launched Postit Notes, which quickly became a global sensation. This failed adhesive transformed office work, education, and personal organization, proving that even an apparent mistake can lead to remarkable success. The accidental creation of a non-stick marvel. In 1938, chemist Roy Plunkett was working at DuPont, experimenting with gases to create refrigerants. While storing tetrafluoroethylene gas in a pressurized container, he discovered that the gas had solidified into a strange white, waxy substance. Intrigued, Plunkett investigated the material and found it to be incredibly slippery, chemically stable, and resistant to heat. This accidental discovery became known as polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFE, more commonly referred to as Teflon. Initially, its applications were limited to industrial uses, such as coating machinery parts. However, Teflon's non-stick properties were eventually applied to cookware in the 1950s, revolutionizing kitchens worldwide. Today, Teflon is used in a vast array of products, from medical devices to spacecraft, underscoring the profound impact of Plunkett's serendipitous discovery. Velcro, inspired by nature's burrs. In 1941, Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral returned from a hike with his dog and noticed that burrs were clinging stubbornly to his clothes and his pet's fur. Curious about the mechanism, de Mestral examined the burrs under a microscope and discovered that they were covered in tiny hooks that latched onto loops in fabric and fur. This observation inspired him to create a fastener system that mimicked this natural design. After years of experimentation with materials, de Mestral developed a hook and loop fastener made from nylon, which he patented as Velcro in 1955. Although initially dismissed by skeptics, Velcro found widespread use in industries ranging from fashion to aerospace. It even played a critical role in securing items for astronauts during NASA's Apollo missions. X-rays, an accidental window into the human body. In 1895, German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen was experimenting with cathode rays in a darkened laboratory when he noticed something unusual. A fluorescent screen across the room began to glow, even though it was shielded from direct light. Röntgen realized that the rays emitted by his experimental setup could pass through solid objects and create an image on the screen. Röntgen tested this phenomenon further by placing his wife's hand between the rays and a photographic plate, capturing the first X-ray image of human bones. This accidental discovery revolutionized medicine, providing a non-invasive method to view the internal structure of the human body. X-rays became an indispensable tool in diagnostics and earned Röntgen the first ever Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901. Saccharin, the sweet accident. In 1879, chemist Konstantin Fahlberg was conducting experiments on coal tar derivatives at Johns Hopkins University. One evening, after forgetting to wash his hands, he noticed that his bread tasted unusually sweet. Realizing the source of the sweetness was the compound he had been working with, Fahlberg investigated further and discovered saccharin, the first artificial sweetener. Saccharin's sweetness, hundreds of times more potent than sugar, made it a revolutionary discovery for those needing a sugar substitute, particularly diabetics. Though initially met with skepticism and regulatory challenges, saccharin became widely used during sugar shortages in World War I and II. Today, it remains a popular low-calorie sweetener, proving that even messy lab habits can lead to groundbreaking innovations. Vulcanized rubber. Resilience, born of a mistake. In 1839, Charles Goodyear accidentally discovered the process of vulcanization while experimenting with ways to make rubber more durable and less sticky. One day, he accidentally dropped a mixture of rubber, sulfur, and lead onto a hot stove. To his surprise, the rubber didn't melt or disintegrate. Instead, it hardened and became more elastic while retaining its resilience. This serendipitous discovery paved the way for the production of durable rubber, which became essential for countless applications, including tires, footwear, and industrial machinery. Vulcanized rubber revolutionized industries worldwide, and Goodyear's name lives on in the tire company founded in his honor, even though he never profited significantly from his invention. Safety glass, an unintentional shield. In 1903, French chemist Edouard Benedictus accidentally knocked over a glass flask in his laboratory. Instead of shattering into dangerous shards, the glass cracked but held together. Benedictus realized the flask had previously contained a plastic cellulose solution, which left a thin, invisible film on the glass, preventing it from breaking apart. This observation led Benedictus to develop laminated safety glass, which consists of a layer of plastic sandwiched between two layers of glass. Initially used in military and aviation applications, safety glass soon found its way into automobile windshields and other everyday uses. Today, this life-saving material is an integral part of modern safety engineering, all thanks to an accidental spill in a chemist's lab. Cornflakes. Breakfast revolution by chance. In 1894, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg and his brother Will Keith Kellogg were attempting to create a nutritious meal for their patients at a sanitarium. While boiling wheat, they accidentally let it go stale. Rather than discarding it, they decided to process the stale wheat, which resulted in thin flakes. When toasted, these flakes became crispy and delicious, marking the birth of cornflakes. The Kellogg brothers later adapted the process using corn, and Will went on to commercialize the product. Cornflakes quickly became a breakfast staple, leading to the rise of the ready-to-eat cereal industry. This accidental innovation transformed the way people approached breakfast, shifting from heavy meals to quick, convenient options. Superglue, an accidental adhesive marvel. In 1942, Dr. Ed Harry Coover was working on materials for clear plastic gun sights for World War II when he discovered a substance that stuck to everything it touched. However, the material was deemed impractical at the time and shelved. Years later, in 1951, Coover revisited the substance, realizing its potential as a powerful adhesive. This discovery led to the creation of cyanoacrylate, commonly known as superglue. Its ability to bond almost instantly without the need for heat or pressure made it revolutionary for industrial and consumer use. Today, superglue is a household essential, used for everything from fixing broken items to sealing wounds in medical emergencies. PlayDoh, from wallpaper cleaner to creative toy. In the 1950s, a company called Coutal Products produced a putty-like substance meant to clean soot from wallpaper. However, as coal heating declined, so did the need for wallpaper cleaner. At the same time, a teacher discovered that the non-toxic putty was perfect for children to mold and shape, leading to its rebranding as PlayDoh. PlayDoh became a massive success thanks to its versatility and appeal to children's creativity. The simple mixture of water, flour, and salt has since been sold in countless colors and variations, becoming a beloved toy for generations. An invention born out of a dying market found new life as a cornerstone of childhood play. Anesthesia, pioneering pain-free surgery. In the mid-19th century, nitrous oxide, laughing gas, and ether were used recreationally for their intoxicating effects. However, it wasn't until a dentist, Horace Wells, observed nitrous oxide dulling pain during a public demonstration that the potential for medical use became apparent. Later, surgeon William Morton expanded on this idea by using ether to perform the first pain-free surgery in 1846. The success of anesthesia revolutionized medicine, enabling more complex and humane surgeries. This accidental discovery transformed the medical field, drastically improving patient outcomes and shaping modern surgical practices. CocaCola, from medicinal syrup to global beverage icon. In 1886, pharmacist John Stith Pemberton created a syrup intended as a medicinal tonic to treat headaches and fatigue. When mixed with carbonated water, the result was a refreshing drink with a unique flavor. Initially sold as a medicine, Coca-Cola quickly gained popularity as a soft drink. Pemberton's creation, later marketed and commercialized by Asa Candler, became one of the most iconic brands in history. Coca-Cola's accidental transition from medicine to a global beverage phenomenon highlights how unforeseen innovations can capture the public's imagination and create lasting cultural impact. Let me know if you'd like to proceed with the next set. Discover how serendipity and science have shaped our world. From the sweet surprise of saccharin to the revolutionary power of anesthesia and the global impact of Coca-Cola, these accidental innovations remind us that breakthroughs often emerge from unexpected moments. If you're inspired by the fascinating stories of accidental discoveries, don't stop here. Dive deeper into the world of innovation by exploring more about the scientists and circumstances that led to these life-changing inventions. Share this video with friends and family to spread the wonders of science and innovation. What accidental discovery inspires you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the incredible world of science. Together, let's celebrate the power of curiosity, creativity, and chance.